Lovely, lovely people, a pleasant evening to you. Now, beautiful people, you know that we see a lot of trouble happening in schools, the fights, the infightings, the wars, I don't even know what to call it. And one of the unfortunate realities is that when we see a number of these egregious acts, we only see them from a certain sector or echelon of the society, the lower echelon of society, the lower strata of society. But sometimes if we were to take a walk up by the Joneses, we would be surprised to see the skeletons, not skeleton, as you would say as a child, skeleton. So the skeletons right out there, the graveyards, the tombstones, the sepulchres. Our current education minister, Senator Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, has stated that bad behaved or poorly behaved, whatever you want to say, children come from privileged homes too, and that comes with the territory. We live in a broken world, we live in a sinful world, you know, so challenges comes to every house. They will come to every home. You're not without fault. You're not going to be without some kind of trial. And when you have children, there will be trials at times. And even when you claim that you're doing the best in terms of parenting, you know, because you may have two parents there, a mother and a father. And of note, spoiling children is not effective parenting. So sometimes I will hear mothers and fathers say they gave them everything materially. But it's usually material they're talking about. You know, materially they will give everything. And they make the assumption that that is good parenting. So sometimes even with two parents, it's like the two no make one. The two no make one, it not even make peace. Sometimes the single parent homes fare out better. And, you know, I'm very big on the nuclear family. Mother, husband, wife, or mother, father, children, or child or children. Healthy homes we're talking now. The reality though is this. We live in an unbalanced or imbalanced, unfair, uneven world. It's like there are two laws, one for the rich and one for the poor. We have to ensure that when we're making a point, it is very useful, it is meaningful, it is purposeful, it will create changes, as opposed to saying something that will ease the minds of others. I want you to know that it's not only the people from the ghetto. So I'm just using that behave badly. We have people from the privileged, you know, the upper echelons of society, middle to upper, who behave badly. That's human beings we're dealing with. So that comes with the territory. We don't live in a blanket. We don't live in a box. It comes with same human beings. It's just that some financially and materially fared out better than some. It doesn't change the character though. It doesn't change who they are, because they remain who they are based on how they're raised, the things that they're exposed to. So when the point is made, I'm hoping that the point is made to say that, okay, we are going to deal with every home, whether they're privileged homes or they're not privileged homes. We're going to try to see how best we can mitigate to eradicating, you know, the bad behaved students, whether you're from the upper class or the lower class. You know, as opposed to just saying it so that to appease the feelings and of others, so that they know that, okay, it's not just the downtown people. But let's read what the minister said. It says, Kingston, Jamaica Education Minister, Senator Dr. Dana Morris Dixon has sought to dispel the notion that students seen in viral videos engaging in behavior some consider borderline criminal or other unrecorded acts of misconduct are always from broken or underprivileged homes. Fair enough, but the ones that they tend to show, you can, based on how they carry themselves, their composition, their disposition, how they speak and dress and behave, you cannot tell that it's not necessarily privileged homes. She's speaking. Some of the young men who've been involved in some of the activities that have been in the news, they are not from underprivileged families. Morris Dixon said Wednesday at the weekly post-cabinet media briefing at Jamaica House. She said her ministry was constantly working to address the problem. There's a lot of work that happens in our schools, especially in terms of guidance, counseling, and dealing with psychosocial issues affecting children. She's speaking again now. What I always try to point out is that our children are really products of the communities that they're from, the homes that they're from, and that we are seeing in our schools a lot of the realities that we're seeing in our communities. The schools are not distant from the communities within which they are delivering education services, the minister explained. She stressed that the same issues related to conflict resolution being experienced in the communities are popping up in schools because it is a learned behavior. Fair enough. Morris Dixon said her ministry has had to put more emphasis on the psychosocial dimension, noting that this is a problem that is happening across our country and we have to deal with it, and it is a general problem where we have accepted violence as a way to deal with conflicts. And that's true. Recent violent incidents include the stabbing death of a young man, a student of Seaforth High who was killed in Morant Bay on Monday after a dispute split into the town. In addition, a 17-year-old student of Ocho Rios High School was charged with the murder of his schoolmate, 16-year-old Devani Shearer, who was reportedly attacked at the institution on March 4. Reports from the St. Anne's Bay Police are that about 3 p.m., the 17-year-old boy used a metal chair to hit Shearer on his head, causing a wound and rendering him unconscious. The injured boy was assisted to the hospital where he died while undergoing treatment. The accused teen was handed over to the police later the same day and was charged on March 5 in the presence of his parent after eyewitness statements implicated him. Another incident recently went viral, which involved students of Jamaica College violently beating a fellow student whom they accused of stealing items from them. The boy was repeatedly struck in the face while being held by his collar, while another student struck him several times with a belt. The boys are reportedly facing the disciplinary committee at the all-boy Old Hope Road institution. Oh boy. It is a sad reality. It is a sad reality. And as I said, maybe she's, because she did stress it, that some of the videos that we see, we need to not make the assumption that these are from the lower echelon, that these are privileged people from the upper middle to upper class, but all in all, we hope that there will be some divine intervention, seriously, because I can't think of anything else that can deliver the schools from this mayhem that is happening in schools. I don't know. It is a sad reality, and we live in a sad Jamaica today because people have disrespected, dishonored. I mean, it's like a flagrant disregard for God. And the things, the principle, the manual he gave us, and say, read this, absorb it, make it become a part of you, inculcate the principles within, and watch how problems, challenges mitigate. But unfortunately, you have the parents who don't care, maybe because they're young too, almost close in age to their own children. The teachers are strained, they're fed up, they just can't go on anymore, so anything happens kind of a situation. And it is a sad situation, but it is a reality, because you can't scold students anymore. I've never seen a country expecting to run undisciplined, or indiscipline, sorry, Jesus, could I remember, unindisciplined, and thinking it's going to be successful. You run on indiscipline and think that the indiscipline is going to be successful, you're going to see even worse situation, and it's not me wishing it. Anyway, guys, to do read TikTok and YouTube. subscribe, give me one of those lines, and follow me on Instagram.